Hey everyone, it's Robin. So I am back with a project share for you. This time I used Echo Park's Imagine That paper line. I used the paper, the embellishments, the brads, all the ephemera. Not all of it, but as much as I possibly could. I used that, and then I used this border punch by Martha Stewart. It's an older one. And then I used Stampin' Up's tab punch. I used Stampin' Up's little banner punch, a 1.5 inch circle and a 1 inch circle. The 1 inch circle I used for reinforcement. You won't see where I used it, but it was just to stabilize stuff, put behind brads that I put into the mini album, just to make sure that with all the movement and stuff that's in this album, it will hold up and not cut into the paper. So anyway, we'll move this out of the way and I will show you what I created. This is for my great nephew who is turning a year old the 16th of this month. As you all know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I made him a baby album too, but he's a year old now, yay, and growing like a weed and cute as a button. He lives down in, his mommy and daddy and he live down in Texas. So I don't get to see him as much as I would like to, but they're always sending me pictures of him to let me see the growth and stuff, and he's just a stinker. So this is what I made for him. The front part, it's a shaker. It is a shaker, and I've added an assortment of beads, and I put even some little, there were some little, I don't know if you can see that real well, but there are some little bow tie things that was like table scatter that I had in my stash, and I looked at them and I thought, oh, those kind of look like airplane propellers, so I stuck those down in there. Sorry for the glare. So I stuck those down in there as well. It's magnetized, as you can see. I used a chipboard element down here and a sticker up here, and then a little boy chipboard element up here as well. And then on this over here, this is a chipboard element too, but I built it up with using 110-pound cardstock and just cut out around it, because after I placed my magnets and everything down and this paper was down, it was just a hair off. My magnets must have moved on me just a fraction, but it was crooked, so you know I could see it, and that drove me batty. So I put this on here to make it stop where it was supposed to and was in line. But anyway, I double matted the front, and then this is the spine, and this is the back. And I can already tell that I'm going to need to widen my view just a tad, so bear with me here. Okay, there we go. So the front, and the front cover here, I just added a little pocket with some stickers and a chipboard element, and then added the Imagination banner up here at the top that was also a sticker that came in the packet, and used some of the cut-aparts here for Weston's mom to add pictures and journaling and more pictures, and she can put a picture here. And then on the first page, this is just one of the cut-aparts, and I added magnets to where it would open this way for more pictures, and it opens this way for pictures as well. And then it opens on up this way. Then it opens this way. And here I added a little pocket. Put another piece of ephemera in there. Closes back up. And then it lifts up this way. This is really hard to get everything in frame. So up here, this is just a piece of the ephemera that I backed on a 110-pound cardstock and glued it down, put a little brad in there. Not a brad, a eyelet, just to make it look better. And then I thought you could put a picture here, and then here as well. And this, the picture can go back in there just a little bit if it needs to. Then here, and then it opens on up, and this one's glued all the way down. I don't know why I didn't make that like a little pocket too, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Added, what did I do here? I can't remember if it came like that or if I used my tab punch, my stub punch, to punch that out. I can't remember now, but anyway, there that is. So all that closes back up like that. And then in each one, they have, in each page, they have the center photo mat that's with 110-pound cardstock. I wouldn't even think of doing anything other than that for these inserts anymore now that we have access to the 110-pound cardstock. But one thing that I will tell you, if you're not familiar with this, you can see how heavy it is. When these albums are new and you're building them, if you'll round your corners at the bottom, they'll slide easier. When they're new, they don't slide as well. But the more that you take them in and out, the easier they'll slide. That's just a little tip for new crafters. I'm sure that the older crafters already know about that. But so here's the next page. This is kind of ocean themed, pirate like, and this does spin like so, and it has magnets that holds it. Put a little brad here, and it opens up, and I put these cut aparts in here to where it could turn around and you could put vertical pictures in. There's that one. This is another cut apart. And then some of these colors are just cardstocks that I pulled from my stash. So then it goes back like that. And then opens on up for pictures. I didn't add any embellishments or anything there. So it's pretty busy. All this paper is, the majority of the paper is busy, but I think the pictures will calm it down a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can put my hand underneath here to show you this page. This is just another little waterfall. You all have seen this from my other video, but I love it. So that does that, and then it opens here like so, and I put just a 110-pound photo mat in that little pocket with a little sticker down here. And then up here I was running short. Here's another tip for new crafters. I was running short of this paper and I really wanted to use it. I had the length, but I didn't have the width. So I just cut it into strips to spread it out, and it kind of hurts your eyes right now, but by the time that you put a picture on there, that will calm everything down and you still have the pattern paper in the back. So the next page, this one's fun. I added a little brad in the center of this piece of ephemera, and I backed it with a 110-pound cardstock too to give it more stability. but it spins, and I can just see Weston playing with it and spinning it. I had to do something really special on this page because his daddy is an Apache helicopter pilot. And I know this isn't a helicopter, it's a plane, but you know, I work with what I have here. So then it flips down like that, it's magnetized, and then pops up for a pop out. And so there is a little bit of difference on this one from the one that I made for Susie, because you can see here that I filled in all of this black space, or would have been black space, and I just like it so much better. It just gives it a cleaner look. So then that goes back down like that, and then like that. This is just from the sticker sheet. And then it opens here. There's a hiding spot, and it's magnetized. And you can put a picture here. And then I put this piece of ephemera that says "Look here" right on the front of that. And so when you flip it up, you have two more hidden places for pictures. And then this is a pocket, and I just put photo mats and use some of the ephemera to where you can put pictures here. So I did that. And then those just tuck back down in there like so. Oh, maybe I did that backwards. Oh, yeah, it's like that. Yep. Kind of like that. And then you close that back up. And then it closes back this way. So then here, I've used brads and just a hairband, and I left the metal part of the hairband on there because I thought it looked cool. Since this is a plane, you know, the airplane page. So on this brad down here, what I did, can you see that it's popped up a little bit? You see that? I did that so the hairband would slip over it easier, and the way I did it was I used an eyelet, and I didn't crimp it. I left it up to where it would help support the brad and keep it up to where it was easier for the hairband to go on and off more often. So, and it would just be easier and last longer. So then it opens up here, and I stamped out, or not stamped out, I used one of my die cuts to cut these stars out, and I put some black behind it to where it would look like a shadow. And I did the same down here, it's just with a larger star. I was trying to stretch this paper right here out as best I could because I loved it. So then we have another little waterfall, and this is just a piece of the ephemera. And then places for pictures all through. I just sort of alternated where I put the pattern paper. And then there's a pocket over here with 3 photo mats, and they can just tuck right back in there like so. There we go. Like like that. And then close back up. And of course there's the big photo mat. So then on this page, I have I used the little dogs, kind of featured it, because I love these. They were so cute. All of them have little capes on. They're just precious. So this little dog was from the chipboard sheet, and then this is some ephemera, the little bicycle, and this is a cut apart that says awesome, and she could put a photo on the back of it and it will stiffen this up a little bit. Since this was a shallow pocket, I didn't want to double map that, so that the picture wouldn't be too much for it. And then this is magnetized at the bottom, so it flips up. More of those sweet little dogs with capes. And then it opens this. This is for pictures, of course. And I was running short of some of this paper, so I had the width, but I didn't have the length, so I used this piece from the ephemera pack at the bottom for Winston's mom to put either a date in there for the picture she puts here, or if she wants to title the picture or whatever, she can do that. And then over here, I didn't quite have enough paper either left of this, so I double matted it and then used what I had that included the branding strip, and then I covered up with this piece of ephemera where it said Echo Park and had the barcode and stuff. And then here's where I had used the rest of that where I came up short, and I just added play, which was in the embellishment pack. So that closes up like that, and then this opens, and we have another piece from the ephemera pack that I doubled up. There was this little banner, and then this little piece here that I put on top, and then I stapled them and put it on the solid cardstock. And so this page is, let's see if I can turn it here. If you can see, it's it's an accordion. What I did there was I made envelopes with my envelope punch board, and I forgot to include that in things that I used, but I made envelopes and then cut them in half to where they made little pockets and put them together to where I could put all these larger cut-aparts inside, and then some just photo mats. Of course, she can journal or something here and then put a picture, whatever she wants to do. I just alternated it with some of the solids and these cut-aparts then. And then this is from the ephemera pack as well. I just added a brad in there to give it a little bit more substance. So there's that. Now this page, there's the little dog again. This was a piece of the ephemera that I backed on 110 pound cardstock, as well as this little piece. And then the ribbon was some Stampin' Up! Ribbon, and it's like a heavy cotton linen. It almost feels like a duck cloth or something, but that was from Stampin' Up!, and I'm not sure that they still sell that or not. You can look, but it opens like this and then like this, and I tucked a template in here just like I did in Susie's album for the little wheel over here, so that she will know, Weston's mommy will know where, you know, how big the picture of him needs to be to where she can put it in here. So there's a little brad from the collection that I put there as well. That's the little dog, but it just spins around and she can cut the picture and glue it in, and then just keep going, keep turning the wheel. Of course, I have it going. Oh, I used my white Jelly Roll pen. I don't know if you all can see that or not. Can you see that? I put a directional arrow on there to where she could see, and of course I'm going the wrong way with it. Let's see. It doesn't really matter, but anyway, see, it just spins around and around and around and around and around, and then back to the little dog. And it's kind of hidden. So then the last page, so when I was cleaning my craft room and getting rid of a bunch of stuff, I had found these cards. It was a pack of cards and envelopes that I had found at Tuesday morning back in the clearance section, and I think I gave less than 50 cents for the entire pack. But here's an idea for you if you have those in your stash as well and don't really know what to do with them. When I saw them, I thought, golly, those colors sure do look like the collection that I was doing, you know, this collection. So I used them, and I just cut them like I would cut a regular you know, cardstock or something for the waterfall. And this is where I added the Stampin' Up! Pull right here, and it just, whoops, this is hard to do upside down. So there it is. I love it. And then I used 2 brads on either side here from the collection. This little sticker right here came from another collection or another sticker pack that I had that went with these as well. So these I also found, when I found these, they were left over from a project that I did for Beth, who's Beth's Scrapbook Room here on YouTube. She isn't making videos any longer, but it was for a St. Jude challenge, and we made cards for all of the little kiddos at St. Jude's, and I still had some left. So they're they shake. Can you hear that? They do shake, and they're really thick. But I found those at Dollar Tree a long time ago to make those cards, so I put those in here because they were kind of, you know, space themed. And then at the bottom, this is where I used the little Stampin' Up! Banner punch, and then I just went around them with my white Jelly Roll pen to make them pop a little bit. Added another little rocket sticker down there, and that may not be showing up too well on camera just because they were kind of clear, but it is there. And then these are just cut aparts that I tried to stick as many in there as I could where she can add pictures to the back, and some I just left the branding labels on there because she can cover all of that up with a picture if she'd like, or if she needs to, or she could put just a piece of white paper on there and journal on it and talk about his growth and just how stinking cute he is. So anyway, this is my project share that I have for you. Thanks everyone for watching, and welcome to my new subscribers and my old ones. And I hope that everyone has a blessed day. I will talk to you all later. Bye.